Hey, what's up guys? TJ here, out at Woodward Copper, got the barn behind me. And today I'm gonna work on a trick that I've never done on my snowboard. I've done it a lot, jumping off cliffs into water and on trampolines, but never on my board. And that's gonna be just a laid out backflip. So about to head into the barn, gonna get some trampoline time, gonna hit the roller boards, get comfortable with that rotation, and then take it to snow. I think today's the day. Let's give it a shot. All right, we got the barn all to ourselves. The plan is to hit the trampolines for a little while, just do a bunch of backflips, get really comfortable with that rotation. I'm actually hanging out with my buddy today, who also goes by TJ.
What's going on, guys? TJ.
And yeah, TJ has never done a backflip on his snowboard either, so we're both gonna be going through the process and trying to take it to snow today. It's definitely a good idea to try some backflips on a trampoline or somewhere else other than snow for your first time. On a trampoline, there's a little bit of nuance to it. You want to make sure that you're getting a really straight up bounce and then initiating the backflip. That way you don't drift on the trampoline. Something that I personally always struggle with on trampolines because I'm used to backflipping off ledges into water, so I naturally want that drift. But on a trampoline, it's best to just get that straight bounce and throw your head and shoulders back to get that rotation and allow your lower body to follow and finish that flip. I think probably the most critical thing with a backflip is getting your head and shoulders thrown back to get the rotation started, because once you're upside down, you can control the speed of the flip by either extending your legs or tucking your legs into your chest. If you tuck your legs in, it's gonna speed up that rotation. If you stay laid out, it's gonna really, really slowly rotate and allow you to time out the landing of the flip. Also, once you're upside down, you can look down and spot your landing so you can tell how quickly you need to finish the rest of the rotation. On the trampolines, I'm really just focused on getting upside down, spotting my landing, and then finishing that rotation clean, getting used to being upside down in the air, and also controlling the speed of my flip. In the barn, they got cameras on the trampolines set with a delay, so you can do your trick and then walk over here and see how it looks. Definitely one of the best places to learn new tricks and progress your riding. All right, we're about to throw our boots on and then try the roller boards to do some flips into a foam pit and really feel it out and see what it's like to do the flip off a jump while you're moving on something really similar to a snowboard. Foam pit ramp is seriously next level. I think it really gives you the feeling of almost exactly what it's going to be like on snow. So the biggest things I'm focusing on right now is getting a little bit of pop so my head's not getting too close to the ramp, not risking hitting my head on the takeoff, and also really spotting my landing so that I can control the speed of my flip. I think as long as I have those two things down, I'm going to be fine on snow. Nervous, but we're gonna give it a go. We rode a little bit this morning. I think we picked out jump 1 on the medium line. That's gonna be the jump we're gonna try the flips on. Just gonna do a lap through and see how the speed is since the sun's been out all day. Just gonna make sure that we can still make it all the way to the sweet spot of the landing. And then we're gonna go for it. speed's basically exactly the same as it was this morning. Just point it straight in, it sends you straight to the sweet spot on the landing. Really, really smooth, low impact there. Quick recap on what I'm gonna be thinking about for the laid out backflip. We got the speed for the jump, so that's not an issue. I'm just gonna focus on getting a little bit of pop, throwing my head and shoulders straight back to start that flip rotation and get upside down. Spot my landing. That was probably the most critical thing on the foam pit that allowed me to really control the speed of the rotation and make sure I got back to my feet. So spot the landing, figure out how fast you need to flip, bring your knees to your chest to finish off that rotation, get the board down on the snow, ride it out smooth. One other thing I'm gonna be thinking about on snow, since there are consequences now, it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't wanna get too excited and then huck the backflip too hard so I over-rotate. So just getting a nice, mellow rotation, getting upside down, controlling my speed, and hopefully stomping it. What's your name, man? Where are you from?
My name is Colton and I'm from South Lake Tahoe.
Awesome, man. What are you working on today?
I'm working on hitting all 3 big side jumps at Woodward Copper.
Awesome, man. Have fun out there.
Me too.
All right, this is one of those situations where I've put in the work, I've got the fundamentals, I know I can land it, but it's just scary putting it on snow for the first time. So I've given you guys this advice time and time again. It's time to put my money where my mouth is, and I just gotta send it. Let's do it.
I'm real nervous right now. Don't think about it, be about it. I'm nervous, guys, but this is it. Bring it to the snow. I believe I got the skills. Spot the landing. Commit the backflip. We believe in you, Luigi. Let's get it. Woo! Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Guys, confidence, commitment, spot the landing.
All right, one more, let's do it. Oh man, it always feels good to get a new trick on snow, especially a trick that's really scary, like throwing your first backflip. The last thing I noticed as I was taking this trick to snow is that you really need to account for the difference in the size of jumps. So the jump on snow had a little bit more air time than the jump in the barn. So the first time I actually over-rotated the flip and kind of landed on my butt and back a little bit. The second time I was just really focused on slowing that rotation down and keeping control of the flip. The one thing I noticed slowing it down is that I was blind a little bit longer, but because you have more air time, there's still plenty of time to spot that landing and get your feet down. So just be okay with it, trust yourself, trust the speed, and send it. I hope these tips help you guys to throw your first backflip. I'm super stoked I was able to get one down today for you guys. Shout out to Woodward for having us out here. We'll see you guys next time.